Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. This is going to be my third successive week successfully uploading a Premier League predictions video. I'm on a good run right now. I am on a good run right now, I must say. I'm pretty proud of myself for keeping this whole thing going. Yeah, in general, last week I did very well. I now have 17 points for the season. I had 11 points last week compared to 6 the week before, so, we're moving up. We're moving up. Now, there is a topic of a discussion that must be spoken about. Cristiano Ronaldo has gone to Manchester United. Can you believe it, boys? Ronaldo to United. That is just unbelievable to me and to most football fans around the world. He's come back. I'll talk about that later in the video. Just a little bit more. I might make a whole separate video as well. Yeah, so without further ado, just jump straight into it. So the first game of the weekend is starting off with probably an Arsenal disaster class. City versus Arsenal. As an Arsenal fan, I would love for us to win, but there is just no physical way that we would ever beat Man City. 3-1 to City is my prediction, but genuinely it could be worse than that. Newcastle versus Southampton. Now the last 2 weeks I predicted Newcastle to draw. Both times they've lost. This week, I'm going to go with a Newcastle loss. 2-1 to Southampton. Both teams not in great form. Both teams, I believe, have lost their opening 2 games. If I'm not mistaken, no. Southampton has a point. They've drawn one of their games. That was against, obviously, Man United, actually. Obviously, I should have known that. They also won 8-0 recently in the Cup, which was pretty impressive. Not going to lie. And as for Newcastle, they were knocked out on penalties to Burnley in the Carabao Cup, so not great. But yeah, I'm going to go with the Southampton win. I don't think Newcastle's doing too well for themselves at the moment, and that's not going to continue here. 18th in the league, and they're going to continue their perform against a team they really want to beat. Brighton versus Everton. This is just one of those games. You can see it either being like you could see it being a draw. I'm going to go 2-2. That's what I think the score will be. I think it'll be a high-scoring draw as opposed to a low-scoring draw. I think both teams are good, in good form, and are started the season off pretty well, and that'll continue. 2-2. West Ham versus Palace. Now, a London Derby game. I only see one winner here. West Ham is in incredible form. Palace still has not scored a goal under Vieira in the Prem or in the Cup. Have they scored in the Cups? No, they lost to Watford 1-0. 2-0 to the Hammers. Easy wins for them. Norwich versus Leicester. This should be a win for Leicester, but I think Norwich will give them a fight. Norwich, what they have to do, and I think they know this now, is do Sargent, Rashika, Cantwell, and Solis, because that would work incredibly well. 2-1 to Leicester, though. I think they'll pick up from that 4-1 hammering at the hands of West Ham to win this one. And no Iose Perez in the starting 11, which is always a boost to them. Villa versus Brentford. This one's a really tough one to call, but I'm going to go with a 2-1 win to Villa because I think Brentford, whilst they are good, are going to slip up a couple times this season, and I think a game against Villa will prove to be immensely difficult, and they will lose. But 2-1 and a good fight from Brentford. Liverpool versus Chelsea. The toughest game to call this weekend, by far. Both teams have been incredible so far to start the season, and I think because of that, unfortunately, I will have to predict a draw. 2-2. Burnley versus Leeds. Sorry. Anybody who thinks Burnley can win this, you are greatly mistaken. Leeds have started off the season poorly. However, they did get a vital point in their last one against Everton. And I think they'll follow that up with a win over Burnley. It's always bloody Burnley, isn't it? Always bloody Burnley. They're getting relegated this season, guys. I'm calling it. You heard it here first. Burnley's going down. Tottenham versus Watford, the second to last game of the weekend. Tottenham have had a habit of winning games 1-0 recently. However, this week, I think they're going to do better. I'm going to go with a 2-1 win over Watford. Finally, Wolves and Kane bags of rice. Wolves versus United. Will we see a Ronaldo return, or will we have to wait? Even if we don't see Ronaldo return, I could see this only going one way. Wolves 0, Man United 3. With that being said, boys, thank you so much for watching. That were my Premier League Match Day 3 predictions. I realize they might not come to fruition. They might not be too great, but, we'll see. Last weekend, I had a very good performance, so hopefully I can follow that up again. So, that being said, peace.